What's up, guys? This is Nitreg from Nitreg.com, and I'm here today to do a little introduction about who I am, what my site is all about. So let me go ahead and get started. My name is Patrick, and currently, right now, I'm a full-time professional poker player, and I'm also a coach and do videos over at grinderschool.com. You can check that out over at nitreg.com/gs. Basically, I've been playing serious poker for about 3 years or so. It was actually New Year's Day of 2009. So prior to that, I've never really played poker other than a few sit and goes here and there. Not too much. I basically played around here and there. I played a few hundred. Sit and goes and made around $1,000. I think it might have been a little more, a little less. I can't 100% remember. Basically, the first month of playing, I had promised my dad that I would never deposit money in poker. He thinks like poker is really bad ethically and stuff, and I'm gonna like lose all my money or whatever. So I told my dad that I promise I won't ever put money onto a poker site, and I've pretty much kept that promise. What I did was I started playing the play chips over at PokerStars.com. I had 1,000 play chips, and after a week I had 1,000,000 play chips, and I went ahead and sold that on eBay for $10, and took that $10 and within a month had $1,000. So I basically took that $1,000 and ran it up. Within the first year, I was playing 400 NL, about like 12 to 18 tables of 400 NL full ring, which are the $400 games, and kind of just been grinding for a few years with from that. But come April of last year, 2010, Black Friday rolled around, and if you guys aren't aware of what Black Friday is, basically the FBI shut down like all these poker websites and basically all the major ones, and all the other ones kind of like shied away from American players. So you might be asking, how I'm playing now. Well, a lot of little small sites that don't really care to re-enter the poker market once it becomes like fully legalized here. They serve Americans still, and it's not the best environment ever. Like, there's some shady sites out, and you're playing against random people, or random regulations. Like, you don't know what's up with the poker sites or anything. But given that being said, I found a really good site that I like. It's mintedpoker.com. It's probably in my opinion, it's like hands down the best site that you can play right now. That's what I'm playing right now. It's just kind of like background for while I talk, so you guys don't have to just stare at a blank screen. But basically, Americans can play here, and they pay out through Western Union, and they pay within like a week. It's not very many people play at this site, but the people that do play are really, really bad. And I'm not just saying that, like, they're absolutely atrocious. They're worse than like poker players a few years back when no one knew how to play poker. I have absolutely no idea why, but the games are like super soft. It's crazy. Basically, I've been playing here since April. I've been playing some Merge Network as well. Just making enough. I'm currently in school, just making ends meet, going to school, paying life expenses, stuff like that. I guess my official title is online poker player, but I only play like 25 hours or so a week, and it is like my number one income source. But I'm not like some like high stakes baller that you see on TV or whatever. I basically just make enough to pay for school and living expenses, and make a good amount of money. I'm basically like a guy without a job that has a hobby paying for his life. That's like literally what I am. So anyway, let me go on and tell you a little bit about nitreg.com and kind of like what my mission is of it. So basically, when I started playing, I really found the information online and in the library to be invaluable. Like, I would read a ton of sources, like 2plus2.com, and I'd go to the library and rent Harrington on Hold'em, and all these really good sources of information at the time, and they're still pretty good today. Also, since then, I've kind of like learned a ton on my own that's it's stuff that you can't like learn from what the current stuff that's out there right now, especially for free. And I've also learned through others, like just talking about poker with friends and just, playing hands and seeing people that are better than me and kind of just dissecting what they do, just stuff like that. It's made me a lot better at poker player, but unfortunately for a lot of people, especially people just starting to play, a lot of this information isn't very accessible, especially for free. So kind of my goal for Nitreg.com is to teach you guys all this updated poker information. You can still find everything online. You can still find everything on like 2+2. You can still go to the bookstore. You can still go to the library, stuff like that. But that stuff's very outdated. It's usually like written, several years ago, and the game has really evolved since then. It's the micro stakes, so things are very straightforward to begin with. But I really think that there's a lot of information that if I were a beginning player, I would definitely love to have if it was out here. So that's kind of my overall arching goal, is to provide that information for you guys and be a really good source. Be a really good free online source for poker. Like, that's seriously my goal. I just kind of want to like give back to what's made me, semi-successful so far, and I want to go ahead and also have a place that I can reflect on my thoughts about poker and just kind of like daily grinding and stuff like that. I might have other plans in the future, but pretty much for now, I just want to become like the online authority for free poker knowledge. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's tons more to come. Go ahead and subscribe. Up in the top left there, you'll see a subscribe button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And go ahead and go to nitreg.com, and they have a subscribe button there. You'll get some you'll get some free goodies with that. I haven't put anything out there yet, but I'm definitely gonna have extra free stuff for my list subscribers. That's not gonna be on my website. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you guys enjoy my site, and check out all these upcoming information that I have coming out over the next few months. Alright, see you guys later.